Hi, I'm Joe Fugate with Model Railroad Hobbyist Magazine, and I'm here with Jimmy Deignan. Jimmy, how did you get started in the hobby of model railroading?
When I was about 6 years old, I got my first Lionel train set. Opened it up on Christmas morning, and I remember being very excited. And ever since then, I have been a fan of model trains.
So how did you get into HO?
I think as I grew older, I thought that Lionel was more of a toy, and I like the detail of HO. And when I went to the hobby shop, it was HO everywhere, and so it was just easy enough for me to just grab the kits were available and the trains were plenty, and it was just a natural progression.
Tell us the story of this layout here.
Well, the Pennsylvania Middle Division was originally built by Dave Frary for Model Railroad magazine in 1993. It appeared in 9 issues, and it traveled the show circuit with Greenberg, which was a train show at the time. And when they were done with it, it went through a few different private owners. And in 2000, I saw it for sale on eBay, and I placed a bid, and I won.
So you bought this layout off of eBay.
I bought it off of eBay. The guy I bought it from was in Florida. I'm of course in Massachusetts, and he agreed to meet me halfway. He packed it into a U-Haul trailer, and we met in like South Carolina. And he unhooked the trailer from his truck, and I hooked it on my truck and towed it home, and that was how I got the Pensy.
What kind of condition was it in when you got it?
It was pretty bad. There were a lot of things broken. A lot of tracks were, just dead and didn't work. So it was in need of a good repair. And at the time, I wasn't ready for it. So I took it home and put it in storage and said, someday I'm going to put that layout together.
Okay, so the layout as it now stands today, how close is it to that original Pennsy that you acquired at that time?
The original Pensy is still there, except that it's now split into two with a new section that's behind us. That is the new peninsula, which allowed it to be more handicap accessible for me because now the aisles were wide enough for my wheelchair to go in and turn around.
So what kind of help did you get as you were putting the expanded layout up?
Well, luckily with the internet, I'm able to meet a lot of people that were able to help me. Bob Leonard, a gentleman from Florida, did the track plan for the new peninsula. Scott Mason, Dave Frary are both local to me, so they were able to build what I have today.
So the original builder, Dave Frary, actually got to come and work on the expansion as well?
Yes, and that's why they mold so well together. That if you stand back, it's really hard to tell that it's in essence two different layouts from two different eras. With a separation of almost 15 years between the two. But Dave Frary made them like they were one.
Well, that's fantastic. So, Jimmy, what's the size of the layout here?
The layout is now 16 by 28 versus the original Pensy, which was 11 by 16. So it's grown, considerably.
The original layout versus what you've expanded it into, what kind of what was your guideline or direction for making the changes that you made?
Well, originally the layout was built as a static display, like I said, for Greenberg trains. I wanted to insert some operation into the new track plan, which was one of my requests when I asked Bob Leonard to do the track plan. And he did that by adding a lot additional sidings and additional industries for me to operate.
So I noticed you're expanding and putting in a wharf area in the new design. What why do that?
Um, we needed when looking at the track plan, I realized that the operation needed a little bit more. So by adding 5 more sidings to the new section, it will add one more operator when my operating session is ready.
Jimmy, I know with your interest in craftsman structures, that's become more than just a hobby for you.
Yeah, in 2003, I started craftsmankits.com, my website, which deals with out of production craftsman kits. I had gone to an auction and bought some kits that I ended up not using, and I turned around and sold them on eBay, and I realized that there was a need out there for somebody to find those out of production craftsman kits.
Don't you also manufacture some of your own kits?
Yes, I started a few years back. I started railroad kits, my own line of laser cut structures. I had needed a kit for the new peninsula, and I made the kit and basically scratch built it. And a few people had said, "Geez, I'd make a nice little kit." So I had another manufacturer make the kit for me, and it sold very well. And ever since then, I've been producing my own line of kits.